Hey guys, welcome back to Trendy Gadget. Today we'll talk about why Germany is gonna crack down on Telegram. Let's head into it. Telegram is one of Germany's most popular online messengers. Around 7.8 million people in the country used the app in 2019. A more recent January survey by the official Federal Network Agency found 16% of people who regularly use online messenger services use Telegram, a 6% gain from 2019. Researchers have complained about extremists on Telegram for years. But during the pandemic, far-right follower numbers exploded in Germany, says Jacob Goll, a research manager at the ISD, a non-profit that analyzes online extremism. Pre-pandemic, the biggest far-right figures had around 40,000 followers, he says. Now that number is above 200,000. Germany's anti-lockdown movement strikes me as relatively large, fairly energized, and quite radical compared to other countries, says Goll. He argues that it connects groups that might not usually fit together. It includes some people who are part of previously existing far-right movements, but more interestingly, it unites quite a lot of anti-vaxxers, people with interest in alternative lifestyles, alternate medicine, conspiracy theorists, people who adhere to QAnon. On Telegram, that results in far-right content mixing with coronavirus conspiracies, such as claims that the virus is pretext to install an authoritarian state and calls for violence against politicians. It's taken me by surprise how quickly people who hadn't been previously involved in ideological movements have been radicalized, and quite how extreme and frequent the calls for violence are. Goll says Telegram's silence on the issue of violent anti-lockdown content is infuriating. A country that strongly believes free expression has limits and legislates accordingly. In 2018, Germany began enforcing the Network Enforcement Act, or NetzDG, which aimed to make speech and symbols that were illegal offline, such as swastikas, Holocaust denial, or inciting violence against minority groups, illegal online too. Most social media platforms complied and even hired more German moderators to block content that was considered illegal locally. There was initially confusion about whether the law applied to Telegram when other messenger apps like WhatsApp were exempted because they were considered individual communication services. In 2021, the Justice Ministry publicly clarified that Telegram was required to follow the rules and told German media it had launched 2 fine proceedings against the app for non-compliance. Although the app could be used to communicate one-on-one, the ministry said, it also gave people the ability to set up groups that had over 200,000 members. Multiple German newspapers, including the tabloid Bild, have sent journalists to Telegram's office and found that no one answers the door. Even if they would get any assistance, I believe no one is actually sitting in Dubai, says Chan Jo-jun, a lawyer specializing in online hate speech. He believes Telegram's management is more likely to be found in Europe or in Russia, but that if the app had a clear address, that would not necessarily solve the issue. The biggest problem is that they are not willing to cooperate. Germany's readiness to regulate speech clashes with Telegram's libertarian values. The messenger, which was founded by Russian-born entrepreneur Pavel Durov in London 9 years ago, has a proud tradition of ignoring government requests. To this day, we have disclosed 0 bytes of user data to third parties, including governments, the company says on its website. There are multiple theories to why Germany's authorities are determined to force the messaging app to clean up now, when the issues being discussed are not new. The authorities didn't take it seriously when they saw young people posting racist or anti-Semitic death threats on Telegram, says Simone Rafael, head of digital at the Amadou Antonio Foundation, an anti-racism group. Now that local mayors and politicians are being attacked, they realize that this problem might be bigger than they thought. What do you think about governments cracking down on messenger services? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.